Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
Good evening, everyone, and Janie's camera to another deal reveal. Hope you're having a great Thursday, a great week, and a great month. The warm weather is upon us, and Janie and I are back in Canada for a couple of days. Just last night, we hosted a meet and greet in Burlington, Ontario, in the GTA area, GTA region, and we hosted about 50 real estate investors and passionate people who are looking to change their lives for the better. And I'm sure there's some of you on the call tonight that were there. Yeah, there we go. Just real quick, I see Kip and Amy, I'm sure was there. Who else did we have? We had Hamid there, Amanda Spence, fantastic, excellent. So we got a few. Apologies if I'm missing you in the crowd and you were there, but we had a great time. 6:30 to what, 10:30? It was like a 4 hour thing. We really rocked and rolled it at Shoeless Joe's. This is the third time we have an event there. Amazing staff, amazing people, food and drinks. It was a beautiful, great time. So thank you for being a part of that. Thank you, Hamid. Yes, it was really nice seeing you and meeting others as well. So what we're going to do today, we are going to do a few little things. We are going to, again, do that little survey. I'm probably going to do this a few more times. If you are returning, if this is not your first time here and you're excited, why don't you say hi? Just like Hamid just did, just like Kip, who raised his hand because he's one of the active investors in the community as well. Please do say hi. Hi there, Amanda. Wonderful. If it's your first time here, first time reaching out on the deal reveal, put hashtag JK just so we know that there's some first timers in the room. Carolyn, nice to see you. Hi. And lastly, if you're catching the replay, just hashtag replay. We've been picking up some stats over the last month or so. We're probably going to stop soon, but this is very helpful for us to better cater for you to know how many people are coming in new, fresh, coming back, etc. That's why we're doing this. So thank you for your help on that. So we had our meet and greet. This was the GTA. That was last night. And the next one is going to be in Laval, July 13th. It's going to be a Saturday. It's going to be French. It's going to be primarily held in French. And so if you're in that region, if you want to practice your French, you want to talk about real estate and see more people, Sylvie Moreau, wonderful. Thank you. Thank you for chatting in there, chiming in. So if you're in the Montreal, greater Montreal area, and Laval is within reach for you on July 13th, we'd love to have you there as well. This is an event that we're co-hosting with one of our community members, Noemi and Kenuk, who recently joined the community, and they are JK proteges as well. So they're experiencing some massive success right now with the 19 unit opportunity in the works right now. So very exciting for them. And I'm sure they're going to talk about it at the Laval meetup as well. JK team, thank you for posting the link in there. So if anybody would like to attend that meetup in the Montreal Laval area, just click on that link, RSVP. It's a free event. Once you get there, of course, order your drinks and food. That's not free, but the actual admission and all that is 100% free, and we are excited to have you there. Yeah, so amongst the other things, we also have our Epic Bus Tour coming up. That'll be in Cleveland in August, right? August 10th and 11th. There are no more VIP spots left, if I recall. I'm pretty sure they're all sold out. If there is one more, we might be able to make one more spot for you. But there are still some tickets left for general admission on the August bus tour, and that is most likely going to be the last bus tour of the year. So this is just a glimpse of all the smiles that we create in Cleveland. We got Cleveland in the background there, Cleveland downtown, so it's a lot of good things. So yeah, so welcome to all the new All You Can Learn members, all the All You Can Learn Fast Pass members as well, who joined us since last night's meetup. So it's very exciting, and welcome to the community. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the deal of the week, and this one was submitted by one of you. Know that the deal reveal, yes, is a platform for you to see deals, and most of them are for sale. And so you can just chime in after the deal reveal and say, "Hey, I'm interested. I'd like to put in an offer," and we'll plug you in with the seller or the agent or the wholesaler, so you can put your offers, do your negotiations, and all that. But if you've got a deal that, and maybe you don't have one-on-one time with me or one of the JK coaches, and you'd like some feedback, well, you can submit deals to us by email, and you'll enter the queue. And when we have time, just like we do today, we can take a look at your property live. And the way I do this is I've never looked at this property before. Right, you just give me as little or as much information as you want, and we go through it to see if this is a deal or no deal. We're going to see if it's satisfying our golden rules of real estate. We're going to see if it makes sense, the cash flow is there, and we're going to spend 5 to 10 minutes just going through it to see if it's worth pursuing. So this deal was submitted by Lourdes. So thank you so much for submitting this deal in. And the property is in Cleveland. Let me just go back here. And originally listed for 73, I think it was 75 originally listed at. And Lourdes has it under contract for $65,000. And she's asking, is this a deal or no deal? And so congratulations for making it this far. And this is your opportunity, everybody in the room, to say yes or no. Chime in if you think this is a deal or no deal. So what's special about this one? It's actually two properties. You have two single family homes on one lot, and it's $65,000 to buy them both, to buy the lot and the two properties on that lot. So pretty exciting. Let's go take a look. Lourdes just chimed in. Fantastic, nice to have you here. And so you may have some additional comments to provide as we're going through this. So let us begin. So the first thing, we need the address. You always need the address. Good thing that properties all have addresses in North America, and so that's a good place to start. So we're going to go here, and we're going to go to Google. All right, let's just go to Google real quick. We put in that property's address and follow it by the word realtor. And we're going to go to the website called realtor.com, make sure it's the right address. And what we're going here for is it's going to give a lot of information. I'm not interested in a whole bunch of it. We scan through the pictures just to get a general sense of what's happening. Look, vinyl siding, the roof doesn't look, and the gutters don't look like they're falling down, falling apart. Yeah, I'm just getting a sense of, the sidewalk might be a little bit pushed up because of the tree here, but ultimately we're in Cleveland. It's not as big a concern as if we're in a suburb. Just looking generally speaking, and we don't have any interior pictures, but the outside is looking pretty well kept, pretty good. And there's also the house in the back. I'm not sure which one it is exactly or what's happening, but there are two single family homes here listed for $73,000. And we also have this little map so we can take a look at where in Cleveland this is located. So let's take a quick look at where this property is located for a second here. Let me zoom out. So Dearborn, okay, West 65th. So we're on the west side of Cleveland, right on the west of the Clark Fulton area. Okay, so let me zoom in further out, further out. Now, what's really interesting about this part of town is it's really close to Ohio City, to the Edgewater area, Tremont being right here. So we're really close to one of the highest areas, the most uppity areas of Cleveland, but we're not in that area here. The minute you cross over the 90, you fall into Clark Fulton here. And although there's a major hospital expansion happening here, and the property values in this area and all about here have doubled and tripled over the last couple of years, the expansion out this way, it takes more time. Like this is still, the lower values, still the quote unquote rougher areas. And this kind of does fall into it. However, I've been looking into this area quite a bit right now, especially west of West Boulevard, especially in this area here. Property values are higher, but everywhere around here, properties are going up. I had a property right here under contract just a few weeks ago. I had another one right here. And these properties are comping out well above 125,000. And it's incredibly surprising. The property values are increasing. So right out the gate, this is good. I think this area, give it another couple of years, and it's going to be probably just as good as what's happening right now in the less rough area. It's still rough here, but it's so close to these other areas that have really jumped up in the last 2 years that I don't think it's going to take much time, and it will comp out right now at higher amounts, which is nice, especially if you're looking to do a burr and you're looking to refinance out on the other side. So buying a property like this for 65,000, let's first of all think about it as a duplex. This is two single family homes. You have two living units on one lot. So how do you find comparables for something like this? You're gonna have to look into duplex ranges, or if there are other sold comparables of two single families on one lot, yes, that's the best comparable for it. But those are just very difficult to find. They don't, you know, there's not, it doesn't happen so yes, regularly, but not consistently, to the point that in the last 6 months, you have a ton of two single family homes on one lot being sold to really pull some decent comparables. So the closest one you really do have is a duplex. And so right now, this data is going to be very, very skewed because of that. Because really, the data that they have is a single family home that's two bedroom, two bath. Now, I don't know exactly, although it does say multifamily. Um, I would absolutely need to confirm, is it two bedroom, two bath per home, or is it two bedroom, two bath for both combined? So it's a one bedroom, one bath per house. That I don't know right now. And Lourdes, you're on. So if you do have that information, that would be valuable to size up what the value of this um, distributed duplex is. Because if we just look at this data right here, you're probably going to be probably around like the 80,000. That's probably 75, 80,000 is kind of where the data is bringing here. But I think this is pretty much for a single family home with two bedrooms as opposed to a duplex. Okay, so thank you, Lourdes, who just chimed in. It's a 2-1 and a 3-1 on one lot. Okay, so right now, this is comping out a two bedroom for about I'd say about 80,000. And the three bedroom, I'm telling you, it might go up to 120 if you had two separate singles. But this, you're really going to have to look at it like a duplex. So you're going to have to pull some comps from duplexes that have two bedrooms on one side, three on the other. And in this area, just from my local knowledge, you're probably going to be about at the 125, 135 range, just out the gate like this. All right. So if you're buying it for 65, and and it's worth 125, well, you have 60,000, right? You've got $60,000 of room to fix it up, to make sure to handle any of the deferred maintenance so that you're buying it at a discount. So that's one thing that we have no information on right now. We don't know what it looks like inside. Outside looks pretty decent. I'll admit this looks good. On the inside, we have no pictures on that. So Lourdes, I'll ask again if you have it. Otherwise, it's definitely part of your due diligence to get an inspection, to get a walkthrough, to size up how much rehab is in there. This is one little downside. There's some upsides of buying two single family homes on one lot, but one big downside is you have two roofs. You've got two set of mechanicals. You've got two sets of siding. So if there are repairs, it's going to go up a lot faster than if it was even a duplex, because a duplex has one roof. The duplex has, yes, it's a bigger building, but there's less siding than two single family homes, etc. So that's something to consider. Don't think that you will often buy two single family homes and put in 20,000 of renovation, right? 20,000 is a pretty low rental budget on one single family home. If you're buying two, figure that your rehab is probably going to be, even without looking at the property, is probably going to be closer to the 40,000 range, even without even looking at a single picture. And then it's up from there. So just keep that in mind. However, if you've got two separate single family homes, it's two separate incomes that are coming in, and the desirability for a single family home is higher than an apartment or a side or up down, unit. So there's that. So are we buying at a discount here? Really hard to say right now, but we're on the right track. You have to get it on a contract. It looks like at 65,000, there's quite a bit of room to do some renovation. So I think Lourdes did the right thing putting it under contract, and now in her due diligence, she's going to be able to confirm how much repairs are needed here. The story goes further and says that this property has a squatter, right? So one tenant is being basically uncooperative and is going to be removed. So that's another little factor to keep in mind, that we are buying a little bit of a problem if that tenant is staying there at the moment of the sale. Excellent, excellent. And Lourdes is saying that the walkthrough is soon, coming soon. Um, yeah, Excellent, excellent. And Amanda's asking, will each house on the same property appraise separately? So if two houses are on one lot, it's like as though it's a duplex. Yeah. So they don't appraise separately. Okay, so that's the first golden rule of real estate, which is, are we buying at a discount? If we're paying 65 and putting, say, 40 into it, we're in for 105 and it's worth 125, we're buying $20,000 of equity. That would be buying at a discount. The second golden rule is, are we buying cash flow? Now, here's where I think the numbers are really going to become interesting. So if we go here, let's go to rental meter, and this is basically going to give us, oh, they did an update. How exciting. So hopefully this doesn't mess up my ability to check things here. But you put in the property's address. This is basically a house slash duplex. We got one side that's a 2 bedroom, and let's just see if we get what we need here. Okay, so a 2 bedroom in this area, and this is a house. So I would be closer to the average if you don't do any work to it. And if you do fix it up, you'll be closer to the 75th percentile. So you're pretty close to $1,000 on the 2 bedroom house. Take a look at the map, right? You're right here. The greens are below average, the blue are right on average, and the red are above average. So we do see that there's more reds happening north of the 90. That's to be expected. But overall, there's a pretty good distribution. More greens are closer, so maybe I tend to be on the lower side. So maybe I'd run 950 on the 2 bedroom here. And then I can do the same exact search, but this time for the 3 bedroom. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. Okay. Oh, and I forgot the address. There we go. And for the 3 bedroom, we're pretty much closer to 1,300. Oh wow, that's strong. That's strong stuff. So you got like 950 on one, maybe 13 on the other. So let's start with these numbers. 950 on one, 13 on the other. We got 2,250 a month coming in. And even if we do put 60,000, even if we paid full value at 125 all in, 65 for purchase and 60 for renovation, in for 125, you can see that you're still way above the 1% rule here, right? The 1% rule, you take the monthly rent divided by your all in cost, you're at 1.8%. You're almost at the 2% rule, paying full price here, full market value for the property. So cash flow is very strong on this particular property. So we can do. Let me just put these numbers back in. Sorry, we had 950 and 1,300. That's our monthly rent. You can also see how strong your money is working for you by taking that monthly rent, seeing how much you'd make in a year. That'd be 27,000 US dollars gross in one year. And if you followed these deal reveals or any of our trainings, you know about the 50% rule. And in Cleveland, the 55% rule, to say that this property is likely to generate about $15,000 net after expenses if you bought this property cash. So if you're making 15,000 and you're all in for 125, and here I'm doing the kind of the worst case scenario, buying full price, you're buying a 12 cap, which is very strong. Well, very strong. It's two single family homes, so you'd expect something like this, which are very good numbers. And so from a cash flow perspective, you're buying at a 12 cap, pretty much at worst here, because you'd be paying full price. And there's an opportunity to buy at a discount because you have up to $60,000 in a rehab budget to buy under its value at 125. So golden rule number one, likely. Golden rule number two, yes. It looks like we have our two golden rules at play here, and this is definitely why Lourdes put it under contract and now is going to verify these numbers, get rehab bids to make sure that the numbers are as we initially anticipate them to be right now in the few minutes that we spent together. So that is what we have today. I'm just going to read the comments right here. We have a long-term tenant. He's month to month, but not wanting to cooperate with the walkthrough. Would you add the value of the lot, other address for the, I'm not sure. Would you add the value of the lot, other address for the lot 7108? I don't understand the question. If they're both on one lot, then it's one lot as if it was a duplex. Consider this to be a duplex. Oh, on the contract, yeah, both addresses, and just for additional clarification, make sure the parcel ID for the property is there because the two properties, two addresses, like a duplex, right? A duplex can have two addresses with one parcel ID, same thing. So that's how you write it up on the contract. Yeah. Perfect. So that's what we have. And what could be interesting for this particular property because you still are in that, and I'm not sure if it's officially in Stockyards or Clark. I'm not sure. You're right in the middle of these five sectors of neighborhoods of Cleveland. I'm not sure which one you fall in, but this little area right here, right, is still what I would consider a little bit rougher, although the values are going up and they're going up fast. So you may want to consider a Section 8 strategy, at least to get started on this. And so you can just go to the CMHA rent determination and basically see how a 3 bedroom and a 2 bedroom can pay probably a little bit more than the numbers I provided just before, which were just average rental numbers. And so because it's a little bit of a rougher area, I would lean towards a guaranteed rent subsidized program like Section 8 or Eden or something like that. And in this case, they would pay a little bit more. So that's something to consider as well in your strategy. Although I think for this property, because the area is picking up, both strategies are pretty similar. It's really a personal preference if you prefer the Section 8. Going through that inspection, going through that process, it's probably going to take a month or two longer to get these tenanted, but at the end, we're not chasing rents or as much of the rents because the government is paying for these tenants. So that can be a very interesting way to approach the opportunity. So that is the deal we have on the table today. We've got lots of interaction on the chat today. It's really nice to see. And last little piece of information that I was given is that the current tenant is paying 500 a month, month to month. Okay. And so yeah, we're really far from that 950 or that 1300. And this is to be considered in the opportunity. There's a lot of properties that owners have not increased rents, and especially through COVID, rents have increased by 50% through COVID in the last 4 years. It's been insane how much rents have increased in the Cleveland market. And so even if people have been slowly increasing rents, they haven't been increasing it to the market rate of rent increases. And so there's an opportunity there. But keep in mind that if you are buying, and I'm just going to kind of invent some numbers here, but let's say you do have rents at 500 a month per property coming in right now. If that property is making 12,000 a year gross, and we take that 55% rule, and it's only making 6,600 a year, and you're all in for 125, you can say this is a 5 cap property. So there's a world of difference happening between what might be happening when you buy the property and then what will happen in a couple of months after you put in a little love, you restructure, you re-strategize, and maybe remove some problematic tenants who are paying $500 a month to convert a 5 cap property into a 12 cap property. These are the type of opportunities you want to be looking for. And not that it's a bad thing that they're paying 500. And if they've been there for 20 years and they're perfect tenants and they handle the maintenance and they're very grateful to live there and they take care of their home and your property, your investment, well, maybe you keep them. Maybe you increase by $50 or $100 as soon as you buy it because they're ridiculously below market. They need to increase, that's fine, but it doesn't mean you jump them up to market value right away. You want tenants that are considered anchors. You want anchor tenants, people who just go there and they will plant their roots and they will never move. That type of tenant has a huge value because you don't have to turn over the units. They will keep the upkeep going. They will repaint it themselves because they want to see different colors on the wall. They want to spruce it up. That's every time they do something, that's hundreds or thousands of dollars that you're not re-injecting into the property. And so maybe wait right when you buy it, you increase the rents by $100 or $75, and then every year after that, it's just like a nice little $25 increase. You're legally allowed to double the rents overnight, as long as you're not breaking a lease. You can do that. But do you want to do that is another question. If they're problematic tenants, no, don't even. Rents are now $1,000 a month. If you can't, then I'm giving you notice to vacate. That's as simple as that. There, your lease is up and you're out. But if they are valued tenants, I would do something to keep them. I would try my best to keep them in place because turnovers are expensive. So at the end of the day, that's what we're looking at here. I went a little bit more. I had a little bit more information, so I said a little bit more about the opportunity. Thank you again, Lourdes, for serving this deal. I think you certainly do have something worth exploring on your hands right now. So now it's a matter of doing the walkthrough, getting some bids, getting that property inspected to really make sure that you are buying the lemonade and not the lemon. So that is our deal reveal for this evening. And like I said, we have we have another meet and greet coming up, a bus tour in August. And for those of you who are coming here for the first time, who are not already part of the All You Can Learn Pass or part of the community, do check out what the gurus don't tell you. At the very least, this is everything you need to do to set up your U.S. real estate business before you actually buy that property. There's things you need to do. There's entities you need to set up. You need to, register with the U.S. government, get an employer identification number. There's all these things you need to do that you might not be aware of. And what most gurus just don't tell you because they're just excited about the deal and the numbers and they sell you on that. There is a business behind this. It can be very active. It can be quite passive, depending on how you approach it. But there's a fast track on doing it. And you won't have to redo the work that you should have done earlier on in year 2 and year 5 because you didn't set up your foundation right. So that's what the gurus don't tell you. One of the 30 plus programs in the repertoire of the JK Real Estate Partners Company. And if you're interested in this program or any of the other programs, which include financing, finding deals, evaluating deals, all that fun stuff, jkrealestatepartners.com/programs is where you can take a look at it all. And if you just want to bundle it all together, that's why we created the All You Can Learn Pass. For under $1,000, you get everything that we have created online for you, and even includes some coaching and support from one of the JK coaches. So that is very, very exciting. And that's the All You Can Learn. We'd love to have you part of the community. And I will say as well, because it's a question that's coming back so often, is yes, you need to be in the All You Can Learn Pass or the All You Can Learn Fast Pass to get access to the Deal Butler. So some of you know that you can hire me to find a deal, negotiate a deal for you, get it to the closing table. All you need to do is show up and sign. That's the Deal Butler service. This is an exclusive service offering for the community members at the All You Can Learn or the All You Can Learn Fast level. And whether you're in that program or this program, we want you to get your first property in 6 months at the latest. And that's our value proposition. You get results in 6 months, and we will continue to support you until you get that first property. So that's our deal reveal for this evening. We'd love to have your deals submitted for next week and next month's deal reveal. And I'm going to wish you a wonderful, wonderful evening from Hamilton, Ontario right now. I'm going to be staying in the GTA for a couple more days, visiting some family, closing some deals, and taking names. Have a great evening, everyone. And for those of you who are in the All You Can Learn Fast, I'll see you in about half an hour during our mastery group coaching call. Have a great evening and God bless. Cheers.